Parkour is at its most fundamental, the art of movement, moving from point A to point B in the most efficient manner using just your body. Parkour is slowly being picked up by the mainstream. In gyms, people are more familiar with it. There are a couple of gyms running classes. A parkour gym has opened up. Parkour has definite advantages over other fitness modalities, specifically in its use of natural movement, and it's accessible. You can do it indoors, you can do it outdoors, you can do it anywhere. People often don't realise there are other benefits to parkour besides the physical. There's a mental side to it as well. There is a lot of discipline required to keep you going in parkour. If you want to progress in parkour, you have to train diligently. You've got to practice small movements again and again and again to progress to larger movements, which are the exciting side of parkour. There's a big factor of confidence in parkour. Once you've mastered a movement, you do feel a lot more confident about your space, your physicality, how you carry yourself around. Another aspect of parkour that you don't notice until much later is a sense of spirituality, a connection to what's around you, what you're doing. One of my favourite things to do is to find a rail and just balance on it for long periods of time, walking backwards and forwards. And eventually your surroundings and distractions fade away and you become one with the rail. I guess it's a very spiritual sense. Everything else around you ceases to exist. You're breathing, the rail, it's all that matters. One of the first things you hear from a lot of people is parkour's reckless. It's dangerous. It's a big misconception. Everything we do is practiced and rehearsed. If I'm going to jump from one point to another up high, I'm going to spend days and days jumping from one point to another on the ground. Once I'm comfortable doing that, then I progress to a little higher. When I'm comfortable doing that, after a couple hundred repetitions, I'll move up higher. But you want to get rid of that element of danger, that recklessness, and practice safely in order to complete the movement that you want to do. A lot of people training in parkour find that there is a side effect of training progressionally. When you come across an obstacle or a move that seems difficult initially, you break it down into smaller, easy to accomplish steps. So if I see a big jump, for example, that I want to get, I will do smaller jumps and I'll do them on ground level, and I'll break that big jump down into smaller achievable units. And I'll practice and I'll eventually find that this jump is not so difficult after all and I'll overcome it. These skills are transferable into life, I've found as well, because personally I may have an issue or a problem that initially seemed overwhelming, insurmountable. But the small progressional steps of parkour training to overcome obstacles transfer very well into overcoming these problems I find in my life that seem too much.